Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Qala al-mu'allif rahimahullahu ta'ala wa nafa'ana bihi wa bi'ulumihi fid dharaini amin. Rabbi yasir wa a'in. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Faslun, new chapter or new section. So guys, of course, in this time we are going to be learning again about jurisprudence of law in Islam or fiqh, right? And automatically this chapter will be continuing the chapter before that we have done, right? And just for your informations, every single chapter will be bringing the new content, right? So what does this chapter look like? So let's begin. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Faslun syurutul fatihati asyaratun at-tartib wal muwalah ila akhirih. Syurutul fatihati, some of conditions or some of situations in al-fatihah. Some of situations or some of conditions that must be completed first while we are reciting Al-Fatihah or before we are reciting Al-Fatihah. There are 10 parts or 10 conditions that must be completed first before or while we are reciting Al-Fatihah. So what are they? Number 1, at-tartibu tartib. What the meaning of tartib? Tartib means Al-Fatihah must be done by orderly. What the meaning of orderly? The meaning of orderly is, I'll give you descriptions like this, right? At-tartib means we have to recite every single verse in Al-Fatihah, right? Orderly, starting from verse number 1 and then Bismillah and then continuing to be self number 2 Alhamdulillah and then number 3 Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim till the end. This is actually called by doing by orderly or at-tartib. And then what is number 2 or the next conditions? Wal mualatu, and number 2 the conditions of Al-Fatihah is al-mualah. Mualah means Al-Fatihah must be doing by continuous, right? It means continuous without interruptions. It means we have to recite chapter. We have to recite. Verse number 1 and then connect to verse number 2 and then connect to another verse. This is without interruptions. Right? Continuous without interruptions. This is called by al-mualah. And then number 3, wa mura'atu hurufiha. Wa mura'atu hurufiha is protecting every single letters in Al-Fatihah, right? It's called by starting from protecting spelling of every single letters or makharijul huruf, right? How we can pronounce correctly exactly ha and ho, dal and dal, etc. This is actually what the meaning of muru'atu hurufiha, protecting every single letters in Al-Fatihah. And then wa muru'atu tashdidatiha, and we have to be protecting too about tashdid or geminations of this letter. Actually every single we have to protect every single letter which has geminations or tashdid, like Ar-Rahman or Bismillahi, etc. We have to protect every single geminations in every single letters, right? From Al-Fatihah exactly. And then what is the next? Wa alla yaskuta saktatan tawilatan wala qasiratan yaqsidu biha qad al-qiraati. Wa alla yaskuta, and is not permitted or is forbidden for every single prayer. Forbidden or is not permitted for what? Yaskuta is not permitted or is forbidden for stopping, right? While reciting Al-Fatihah, right? How long stopping? How long every single prayer is stopping or is stopped for stop while they are reciting Al-Fatihah? Saktatan tawilatan can be in for a long time, wala qasirotan, or maybe in a short time. Even in a short time or a long time, we are forbidden for stopping while we are reciting Al-Fatihah, right? Yaksitu, stopping the reciting of Al-Fatihah, yaksitu with the purpose, biha by the stopping, qad al-qiraati for disconnecting the recitations of Al-Fatihah, right? Actually, we are forbidden. We are forbidden for stopping while we are reciting Al-Fatihah, right? By purpose or with the purpose for disconnecting one chapter to another chapter, or one verse to another verse. This is actually forbidden for doing that, right? And then wakiro atukuli ayatiha, and also we have to recite every single chapter in Al-Fatihah, or every single verse in Al-Fatihah, right? And then waminha, and including from those service, al-basmalatu is basmalah. So automatically basmalah, or the sentence of Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, according this book, I'm sorry. So Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, according this book, is chapter of Al-Fatihah, right? And then wa'adamul lahni, and there is no foul, or there is no error, trouble, or any mistakes when we are reciting Al-Fatihah, right? There is no foul, there is no error or troubles. Al-mukhilli, which is potential to break down what? Bil makna, break down the purpose of meaning from Al-Fatihah, right? And then wa antakuna halatal qiyami, Al-Fatihah must be executed while we are in standing positions. But in this case, only working in fil fardi. In this case, only working in fil fardi, in every single obligations worship. So we have to recite Al-Fatihah, right? We have to recite Al-Fatihah exactly in standing positions, but in this case only in every single obligations worship, like Zuhur, Asar, Isya, etc., right? Not in optional prayer, only in obligations prayer. And then wa ayyusmi'a nafsahu al-qira'ata, and wa ayyusmi'a nafsahu, and every single prayer has to make sure himself, or we have to make sure ourselves first, make sure for being able to listen, right? Make sure for what exactly? Make sure for being able to listen what? Al-qira'ata, listen every single what we have read exactly from Al-Fatihah, right? We have to make sure ourselves for being able to listen every single sentence in Al-Fatihah. This is the meaning of this one. And then what is the next? Wa alla yatakhollala dzikrun ajnabiyyun. Wa alla yatakhollala, and obviously is not permitted for interrupt, right? It's not permitted for interrupt. What is not permitted for interrupt? Zikrun, zikir, or another prayer, right? Ajnabiyun, which is near with Al-Fatihah. So the meaning of this one is, when we are reciting Al-Fatihah, is forbidden for, right? When we are reciting Al-Fatihah in praying, right? We are forbidden to spelling another praying, right? We are just spelling Al-Fatihah, not others. Faslun tashdidatul Fatihati wa mu'alam su'af.